Welcome to Health Science Summer 2025 Updates, presented by Barbara Burt and Melissa Leeds. We are going to guide you through our updates. We will begin with Pathway course updates.
HU10 Foundations of Health Science. For school year 25-26, the course will be standard. The proof of learning for the course will remain the CTE state assessment. We are offering a session on Monday, July 14th at summer conference at 1 o'clock on Foundations of Health Science. For teachers who are not attending summer conference, we're going to have monthly PLCs. Those dates will be posted on the Health Science Moodle. I also host consultant office hours weekly on Tuesdays at 7 a.m. and teachers are invited to drop in and ask questions. The PLC and office hours links, dates and times will be on the Health Science Moodle.
HN42 Nursing Fundamentals and Non-Practicum will go into standard for school year 25-26. The proof of learning is local. Professional development will be at summer conference with 2 repeat sessions. Due to Barbara Burt's upcoming retirement, a curriculum video will be available by August 1st, 2025 and posted on the NurseAid Moodle. Make sure the teachers download the summer 2025 curriculum. Nursing Fundamentals HN43 and Practicum for school year 25-26 will be in status of standard. The proof of learning will be the credential, the North Carolina NurseAid 1. Professional development will be done at summer conference. We will have 2 repeat sessions. Due to Barbara Burt's upcoming retirement, a curriculum video will be available by August 1st, 2025 and posted on the NurseAid Moodle. Please make sure the teachers download the correct curriculum, which will be summer 2025.
HU45 Medical Assisting and Non-Practicum. For school year 25-26, this course is in pilot. The proof of learning will be the credential, which will be the Certified Clinical Medical Assistant, the CCMA. For HU45, it is 1 credit, 135 to 150 hours. Professional development sessions will happen on Tuesday, July 15th from 10 to noon at summer conference with Michelle Cuso and Nyla Gorman from NHA. I will also be in attendance to answer any questions. There will be a repeat session on Wednesday the 16th at summer conference from 8 to 10 a.m. Consultant office hours will be held on Tuesdays from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. to allow teachers to pop in and ask questions. And the link for those office hours will be posted on the Health Science Moodle. We are also going to facilitate monthly PLCs for this particular course. Michelle Cuso has agreed to help facilitate those, and the dates and times for those PLCs will be posted on the Health Science Moodle. Just a reminder that students need to be 16 years old for the course, and they need to graduate high school within 12 months. That 12 months is a tight 12 months, not 12 months and 1 day. So this, you have to really look at students if they are going to be spring semester juniors that take the course. They may not meet that 12-month requirement. For HU45, this course has a simulated clinical experience. HU46, Medical Assisting and Practicum. For school year 25-26, this course will be in pilot. The proof of learning is a credential. That credential is the Certified Clinical Medical Assistant, CCMA. This course is 2 credits. Summer Conference 2025 sessions for professional development will be held on July 15th, 10 to noon, which will be the curriculum rollout with Michelle Cuso, one of our health science teachers, Nyla Gorman from NHA, and myself as the consultant, Melissa Leeds. There will be a repeat session on July 16th, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. with the same information. I will host consultant office hours on Tuesdays from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., which allows teachers time to pop in and ask questions. The link for office hours is posted on the Health Science Moodle. Michelle Cuso has also agreed to facilitate monthly PLCs for medical assisting. Those dates and times will also be posted on the Health Science Moodle. The practicum course, the students need to be at least 16 years old to take the course, and they have to graduate high school within 12 months. HU 46, the practicum, is an in-person clinical experience. Unlike nurse aid, the difference between non-practicum and practicum is that simulated experience for HU 45 versus an in-person clinical experience for HU 46. Professional development. The Health Science Educators Association, HSEA, has monthly seminars that are free to our teachers. They just need to register. Information about these seminars are posted on the Health Science Moodle. The National Consortium for Health Science Educators hosts its annual conference this year, October the 28th through the 31st in Cincinnati, Ohio. This is an opportunity for our teachers to collaborate and learn from industry partners, vendors, and teachers from other states. In 2024, North Carolina had 8 teachers that attended the national conference. Another opportunity is the NCACTE Fall Workshop. It is a combined workshop with trade and industrial education and health science. We are looking at doing some potential sessions for BLS instructor. This conference is going to be held in Morehead City, November the 12th through the 15th.
Next, we will talk about program updates that relate to specific health science courses. Nurse aid updates include the following. Effective July 1, 2025, Credentia and DHSR will no longer offer the Nurse Aid 1 written exam using pencil and paper. All students must take the written exam online. The written exam is scheduled based on the availability of a credential proctor. I have included the link on the slide for the information in reference to taking the Nurse Aid 1 written exam online. Many of you have had to contact Credential for assistance. On the slide, I have the email address and phone number. In contacting Credential, please provide them with the state in which you're calling from, your name of your high school. Also, you will need to know your training program number. If you don't know your training program number, you can get it from your teacher, or you may contact DPI Nurse Aid Office for assistance. Credential is also using a ticket number process. If you call, of course, you'll get that ticket number over the phone. And if you email them, Credential, you will receive a ticket number via the email. Please keep this number for reference, as you will need to use it for further assistance with that particular issue that you are calling about. Let's talk about requesting in-facility test dates. Test dates must be entered into the TMS system at least 30 calendar days in advance to allow Credential sufficient time to find an evaluator, which is always based on the evaluator's availability. Only exam dates confirmed by an evaluator will be seen in the TMS system and are open for students to register for the exam date. The example I give on the slide, and this is my suggestion, is that if you're a fall class, request your in-facility test date in August. If you're a spring class, request your in-facility test date in December. Evaluators receive requests daily or test dates daily, so their calendars fill up quick. Don't expect your test date to be picked up if you wait until 30 days out to request it. And also, Credential requires 30 days to approve that test date. In preparation for nurse aid testing, I want to go over some best practices. Please consider the following. PSUs should apply to become an in-facility test center to streamline the testing process. In the notes of the PowerPoint slide, I have included the link to start the process of the application. Please bear in mind the application is very cumbersome for in-facility testing. It takes 30 to 60 days for Credential to approve the application. My best advice to you is to start the application this summer, or at least at the day one of the first day of school, or when the teacher returns for the school year. For PSUs with 2 or more Nurse Aid 1 training programs, testing should be conducted at a single high school. Teachers should collaborate to plan and schedule test dates to ensure a smooth testing experience. When scheduling test dates, be flexible and consider testing on Saturday and even Sunday as an option. Additionally, ensure that students have proper identification on the day of the exam. The names on the identifications, the Social Security card, the government issue ID, and the roster, all 3 must match. Nothing can be missing on either of these identifications. To maximize testing availability, please review the open test dates at nearby high schools. This is sent out from DHSR, and I put it on the Moodle. Also, I want to encourage everyone, instead of requesting 10 slots, consider requesting 12 slots to accommodate more students. Allow students in other high schools, which I know we always do this, to come and test at your testing site as well. To continue with Nurse Aid 1 testing best practices, there is no order for testing the written and skills exam. The students can take the written first and they can take the skills second, or vice versa. I do not recommend taking the written and skills exam on the same date. Usually taking the skills exam is an all-day test, depending on when the student will be scheduled to test by the evaluator. Also, skills for in-facility testing, as a reminder, the registration date in which the student can sign up closes 10 days prior to the test date. That means 10 days before the test date, the students are not allowed to test. The reason Credential has this is because the evaluator needs to receive their information, and it's in preparation for some of the behind things that Credential has to do. If students are testing skills at a regional test site, the CNA 365 system will automatically take the candidate to that date. So there's not an issue with the regional. If you are an in-facility test site, please remember you have to have 5 students or candidates scheduled to test on your test date. If not, Credential will cancel your test date. Please contact DPI Nurse Aid Office if you have any questions or any issues with getting students scheduled to test.
EMT program updates. NCOEMS and Measure Learning are currently in negotiations regarding voucher costs. The cost will increase from $68 to between $85 to $88 for each the EMR or the EMT. We have requested, as NCOEMS is negotiating, that all outstanding or previously purchased vouchers that are in date be honored through their expiration. Once we're notified by NCOEMS, that information will be placed on the EMT Moodle. Our education plan was approved in December of 2024 for 4 years. And within that plan, program audits are required. These audits can be conducted by either of the program co-directors, which is Kim Miller or myself, as well as the North Carolina Office of EMS Education Division. Some reminders: course requests are due July the 1st. NCOEMS requires that we upload course requests into their database continuum within 28 days of the start of the course. Course requests must include a syllabus, the school calendar, the MOU with a clinical partner, and instructor's driving credential. Prior to the course request being submitted, one of the requirements is that a level 1 or level 2 EMS instructor is in place. Instructors must have an in-date provider credential and an in-date level 1 or level 2 EMS instructor credential by the first day of the course. Those credentials must remain current the entire school year. Beginning school year 25-26, we are going to go back to annual program approvals. Those will probably not be as detailed as they have been in the past. It will just ensure that teachers are meeting the requirements and students are meeting the requirements as outlined by our education plan in coordination with the North Carolina Office of EMS. Beginning the fall of 2025, new instructors will meet with the health science consultant or designee monthly for program support. Those teachers will get an invitation just for a new teacher, EMT teacher PLC. Those teachers will also be notified of office hours that are available to them on Tuesdays, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. This is the first year that we've had significant difficulty with voucher orders. As I said previously, NCOEMS is in current negotiations over voucher code pricing. Measure Learning is the only source for vouchers and credential exams with the North Carolina Office of EMS to offer emergency medical responder and EMT exams. Once we're made of the price change and provided the new form, it will be placed on the Moodle. Measure Learning struggles with purchase orders through school systems. It's not a concept they understand, so it is imperative to plan early as you order vouchers. Turnaround time has been roughly 2 to 3 weeks, and some school systems actually waited up to 2 months. When voucher order forms are submitted to Measure Learning, please make sure to add me, melissa.leeds@dpi.nc.gov, on the email, just as a copy. That way I can ensure that you're getting your vouchers timely and can keep track of their ordering. In your email, when you send your form to Measure Learning, scan an email to ar@measurelearning.com. And if you send an email, please ensure that you ask them for an invoice to be sent to you so that your purchase order and your check can be turned around to them. And just remember to please copy me on those requests. Part of our requirement for students is they must take a qualifying exam. In our new education program updates with the North Carolina Office of EMS, previously the required score was greater than 80% with 2 possible attempts on the qualifying exam. That score has now dropped to 75% with the 2 possible attempts as well. Options for the qualifying exam: school districts can purchase EMS testing or FSDAP and use that as a qualifying exam. This option is highly recommended and has demonstrated marked success for students on the credential exam. The purchase of this testing suite can either be a single copy for the teacher or it can be a copy for the teacher and individual copies for students. Teachers can use this and create their own qualifying exam through the platform. In the event that EMS testing or FSDAP is not purchased, qualifying exam A and B will be provided to the teacher from one of the level 2 program co-directors or from the health science consultants. Overall credential data for EMT from this year. For 2024, we had 179 students that attempted credential exams with the Office of EMS, with a 53.1% credential exam pass rate. Currently for 2025, for the 2 quarters that have passed, quarters 1 and 2, so far we've had 140 students attempting credential exams with a 61.4% credential pass rate. Our target pass rate for school year 25-26 is 70%. This target pass rate is part of our education plan with the Office of EMS. Pharmacy technician course reminders. The Pharmacy Technician Certification Board requires that NCDPI attest to all pharmacy technician programs that are being run in our high schools. We are required to provide them with the following information: the program location and address, the instructor's name and email, the method of instruction, being that an online platform or a traditional means of learning by textbook. We are also required to provide them with information about schools that are utilizing work-based learning experiences that are offered to students, as well as the required hours for that work-based learning. Within the slide, there's a Google spreadsheet that is shared with the Pharmacy Technician Certification Board. Overall pass rate on credential exams are being monitored by PTCB for data purposes, and they are looking specifically at data that has a work-based learning component and how students fare compared to programs that do not use a work-based learning component. Basic life support, or BLS, which is the healthcare provider CPR credential and first aid. There is anticipated updated guidance from American Heart Association that will be sent out in October of 2025. Current instructors will get notified from their training centers to get those updates. Johnston Community College is planning to offer a BLS instructor training at NCACTE Fall Workshop in Morehead City in November. Teachers that are interested in taking that course will need to have their own provider level BLS and card that is current in order to take the instructor class. Once teachers complete instructor training with JCC, they will have the opportunity to align with JCC's American Heart Training Center as an instructor. We are also in conversations with Rex Hospital, who is considering allowing us to align our teachers with their community training center. Updates on that and information will be coming later, more in the fall. Instructors who are credentialed as BLS instructors are eligible to teach first aid. American Heart has an online learning platform. PSUs can purchase that online tool so that teachers can teach the Heart Saver first aid, and that's where they teach the curriculum from. I am very excited to share the curriculum and assessment revision for school year 27-28. Hard to believe that we're looking out to 27-28. We're now accepting nominations for teachers and support staff to serve on the curriculum and assessment development and revision team for health science. These teams will support those projects that will be deployed in 27-28. We encourage the nomination of individuals who are visionary, innovative, demonstrate content expertise, instructional experience, and a commitment to advancing high quality health science curriculum and assessment resources. Additional information regarding the project's scope, participation requirements, and timelines for the project will be provided to those team members who were selected. The scope of the work will involve a new health science curriculum pathway, the clinical healthcare professional pathway that will replace the healthcare professional pathway for school year 27-28. HU40, Health Science 1, will be revised and become HU33, Human Anatomy. HU42, Health Science 2, will be revised and become HU32. Those are the two courses that we are looking for team member nominations from directors. So HU32 and 33. Those will be revised in this new pathway. HU10, Foundations of Health Science, for school year 27-28 will become HU31. There is a link within the slide for curriculum team members to be nominated. We're excited for this new path, and we look to grow health science in the years to come.
Next, we have the CTSO updates from HOSA. NC HOSA Future Health Professionals is the CTSO for health science programs. Currently, North Carolina HOSA membership is over 9,000, and it is currently climbing. This is the only CTSO that is solely dedicated to aspiring healthcare professionals. It offers over 100 healthcare-related competitive events for middle, high school, and collegiate students. HOSA offers many opportunities for students to engage with industry professionals and learn through our educational symposiums. HOSA reminders and updates. Please ensure that new advisors understand the process for submitting invoices for payment. There have been some issues this year, so your assistance in guiding them is appreciated. Membership fees and conference fees must be paid to register for the next level of competition. Chaperone requirements. Advisors must register the correct number of chaperone for conferences. NC HOSA requires 1 chaperone per 15 students. However, advisors should follow their school policy if it is stricter. Advisors help run competitive events and will need supervision for their students while doing this. The hotel requirements include students must stay in the conference hotel to be eligible to compete at SLC and ILC. New teachers who are not bringing students may stay at a hotel of their choosing. We have upcoming conferences. We have the Fall Regional Leadership Conference, RLC, starting in November. With each school HOSA region, the dates will be announced in the future. Anticipate a fee of $35 per person. State Leadership Conference will be March 25th through the 27th, 2026 at the Sheraton Four Seasons Corey Convention Center in Greensboro, North Carolina. International Leadership HOSA, ILC, the dates are June 17th through the 20th of 2026 in Indianapolis Convention Center in Indianapolis, Indiana. For any questions, please contact Jennifer Epperson, North Carolina Executive Director and State Advisor. Please follow us on social media. Tag us in your CTE social media posts, hashtag CTE for NC. Thank you for taking the opportunity to review the updates from CTE Health Science. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the Health Science Consultants at DPI. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to each of you for allowing me the opportunity to work with your teachers and other support staff at the high schools. I have enjoyed myself in this body of work, and I have learned a lot. However, I am looking forward to my next journey in life, which is retirement. I wish all of you the best.